Cops sometimes get away with the evil they do, thinking they're supreme and above the law, but what happens when they get caught? Join me as we go through several moments when cops get caught.
I don't answer questions.
He did. Okay, we'll go talk to him. No, I'm going to be talking to you.
You're not talking to me.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not.
Nothing. Go talk to the guy that called you. Isn't that procedure? When a complaining party calls, you go talk to the complaining party? No, you don't get sure it is. Sure it is.
The auditors didn't care about the officers and kept recording, almost ignoring the incoming officer. However, they had no idea that they were up against a psycho.
No, you didn't pull nobody over. We're parked up.
We were parked here. Okay. You didn't pull us over. Don't try that shit. What the hell's wrong with you?
Just so you know, you guys have 3 live streaming cameras on you right now. Just
go talk to the guy who called.
It's alright, I got a camera on you too. It's a live streaming camera.
Yeah, what's your name and badge number?
Officer Ranelli 376.
And what's yours?
Right now.
You can't see it. It's right there. You can't read.
Is that what you tell
I don't have to answer your question.
Yes,
I
you
don't
do.
have to answer your question.
Yes, you do. Your policy dictates it.
No, I don't. You're a public servant. No, I don't. You work for the public. You're paid by tax dollars.
Wow, the arrogance is strong in this one.
Officer Morabito was wrong here, as a law enforcement officer is obliged to identify himself to the public. The auditors, who were well versed in the law, made sure to own the corrupt officer.
Identify by name and badge number to a member of the public when they ask. Really?
Yeah. Man, you're an arrogant son of a bitch.
An arrogant little piggo.
Yeah.
Pickle. He's picking it. Oh, that's for sure.
You guys, we're live on YouTube right now.
He says he pulled us over.
Really? You're going to do it again?
Hey, look.
You're going to do it again?
Give a shit about your life.
No, if we're already stopped, you're not pulling us over, you f***ard.
When we're parked, we didn't commit a traffic.
God, what an idiot.
You're a dummy.
What were we doing when you pulled up here?
Hell, I was behind my car when you pulled in here.
Right,
So how can you pull somebody over when they're standing outside their car?
Right.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
You're on a trip.
Yeah.
Yo, what?
The auditors are all over Morabito as they dismiss him and don't let him get anywhere near their car.
Yes, I will. You ain't get my ID nuts, I promise you.
Hey, I want to complain that guy called a bunch of armed gunmen out here for no reason.
Yeah, for no reason. Oh, he called him and said we was making
Armed
threats.
gunmen?
Yeah, that's what you are.
All on video, nobody ever threatened anybody.
You guys have guns? Yes or no?
It's none of your business. I don't answer your questions either. You must think you're stupid. You are answering your questions.
You're doing a very good enough job proving that right now.
Yeah, you done proved how stupid. Boy, you guys are brilliant.
Moments later, one of the auditors tries to make a move towards his car and attempts to film it. The officer becomes visibly agitated and has a shocking reaction, but luckily the auditors are having none of it.
He said he's going to identify me. I said no.
I'd like to know what crime you can identify.
I know, right? Yep. Hey, get away from the car.
Hey, bite me.
Yeah, you can get away from the car.
Hey, you can bite me.
Yeah, and you can get away from the car.
Really? Now you're going to push
You don't
me?
get to by my police car.
I do too.
No, you don't. Put your hands on people. What the hell's wrong with you, dude?
you don't.
That badge done went to your damn little head, didn't it?
Take a walk. Go get away from
You
my
take
car.
a walk. I'll stand where
Get
I want
away
to
from
stand.
my car.
That's our car, not yours.
It ain't
Shut
your
up.
car.
Yeah, it is.
Get away.
We pay for it.
You said get away from my
Get away.
car. Don't the taxpayers
Get
pay
away.
for it?
No.
Don't the taxpayers pay for that
No,
car?
that one's mine.
That's your personal.
Sergeant
It's
Moron
being
B.
used. It's being
Yep.
used.
Morambido, yeah.
So it's a public vehicle.
The officer was being owned badly by the auditors, who were not an easy target for him. As one of the auditors complained to the other officer to take care of him, he completely lost himself and even resorted to abusive behavior.
You got nothing, that's what you got.
Yeah. Yeah, Sarge, you just put this little check.
He's a Sarge too.
Check.
Hey, you ever hear of all this swearing that you're
Spit it
doing
out,
out?
it ain't yours.
All
Spit
this
it out,
swearing
it
It's
ain't
called
yours.
freedom of
Public?
speech.
Don't
It's
swear
called
at me in
freedom of
public.
speech.
It's freedom of speech.
You, this is freedom of speech too.
Wow.
have duties, not rights, dummy.
You're gonna get some time off for that one, buddy.
Yeah, you are. You're definitely getting some time off for that one, partner.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna give
Watch
you
the
time
complaints
off for
come
that.
in. Watch the phone calls roll in. Don't
Don't
touch
even
it.
think about touching that.
You don't get to get
Not
off.
your property.
Hey, get your hands off of him.
Get off my car.
Don't touch our car.
John 5.
Don't touch the car.
Point, the officers had completely lost their calm, and the worst was yet to come, as displayed by both the officers, who soon had to leave in shame.
What's your badge number? What's your name and badge number?
S1.
What's your name?
S1.
What's your name?
S1.
What's your name? You pigs are gonna learn how to do your job right.
Yep. I'm doing my job.
No, you're not. Piece of. You don't have freedom of speech while you're on duty, you.
Fuck you, Paul.
Bring it.
I'm afraid of
Yeah,
you.
uh-huh.
You don't have that badge and gun, punk.
Arrogant mother.
Moravito's behavior was becoming embarrassing at this point, and even his own fellow officer was attempting to remove him from the scene. It was apparent that the officer had lost his mind.
You need to just shut up and leave. You're dismissed, asshole.
Little Willy Wonka munchkin.
Here you go.
Oh, now it's an unlawful
No, you
detainment. You idiot.
I'm just letting you know you need to back up.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Guys, give
You
me a
tell
second.
him to back off.
I am. Give me a second here.
Yeah,
You're not
tell
helping
him to
the
back off.
Yeah,
Now
just-
he's blocking the vehicle.
Just back up a little bit and let him talk to him.
Move. Can you guys move and
No, I don't have to
back
move.
on it. Put the dog back on a leash.
Yeah, put him on a leash.
Oh, now you're trying to assault me with a car, you piece.
Wow, y'all are a bunch of tyrants here, guys. I can see the complaints filing now.
Is that guy a detective?
That other, what's that other sergeant's name? He bent my f***ing trunk lid.
The officers hurriedly made their way out of there and thought that this would be the end of their test. However, the auditors soon followed up to their police station and demanded to file complaints against the officers involved earlier.
I'm gonna need a complaint form for each officer that was on that scene. What was there, 5 of them?
Right.
Can you write down every officer's name and badge number that showed up on that call? Thank you very much. We're trying to hinder the process. It's a complaint process. Hindering, that's a crime. That's right.
Shortly after, Officer Moravito himself showed up, much to the anguish of the auditor.
Oh, it's mini munchkin tyrants.
Yeah, it's that piece of.
Yeah, that piece of top. Oh, they're already getting phone calls from the live stream, aren't they?
Could be.
Utica Police Department, that was,
I don't think he knows how to answer a phone.
bad.
That was bad.
We're not taking your complaint today. You have to come back tomorrow to make your complaint. You can make as many complaints as you want tomorrow.
I think you need to just take yourself out of the situation because right now, what you have is a
For right now,
conflict
you
of
are
interest.
Okay, for right
So,
now, you are loitering.
So you need to go
You
away.
have 2
Go
minutes.
away.
You have 2 minutes.
Go away.
It's fine.
Go away.
You have 2 minutes to leave the building. If you don't leave in 2 minutes, you will be arrested for trespass.
Then arrest him.
So who's coming
Then
in
arrest
for 2
him.
minutes?
You have 2 minutes to leave. Then arrest him.
We just need names and badge numbers and we'll
Who
leave.
decided 2 minutes? If you can't read, I don't know what to tell you. My name is
I
right
don't
there.
see
That's
your
all
badge
you need.
number.
You don't
So
need
that's
it.
sergeant right there.
Right there.
That's
My
sergeant
last
right
name.
there.
Right there. Film it.
Here's my. Come
You have 2
How
minutes.
about
to
yours?
leave. Oh, you have
How
2
about
minutes
yours,
to
sir?
leave.
I'm not leaving.
Yeah, you're gonna leave.
We can
No,
stay in
I'm
the
not.
lobby 24
No,
Like you got my, like you got my
You're
ID.
disrupting-
Like you got my
disrupting
ID.
our business.
Not disrupting anything. You're an idiot.
R-E-L-E.
We're not disrupting anything.
However, things got tensed up pretty quickly, as Moravito once again got involved in a verbal dispute with one of the auditors, and even ended up arresting him illegally.
You need to go. I'm not
Can I
going
have your
nowhere.
badge number, please?
Come me. Come me up. Let's
Can
go.
you read or are you ignorant?
You're ignorant.
You see my badge there?
I didn't realize
Okay.
the badge number.
Okay,
was
can you
on.
see that? Okay, that's all you need. Otherwise, you're ignorant.
You need to back off and stop being
You need to
an
back
This
off.
one? I don't have to leave.
You guys need to leave now. Now, it's no more 2 minutes. They're gone.
Could I please get your badge?
If you do not leave now, you will be arrested.
Let's get the mayor. See what he
If you do not leave now, you will be arrested.
Could I please get your
Now,
badge number?
leave.
I asked for all you guys to
Ask
send the
one.
badge.
Okay, you're done. You're done.
What the?
You're done. You're under arrest. Would you like to go next? I'll leave.
Come on, let's
You're
go.
not. Leave now. Ready to arrest.
badge numbers.
Yeah.
This guy is even. Can we get his property?
Yeah, it's his property. You can take it with him.
Moravito arrested Jones, and the other two auditors walked out. Jones was charged with disorderly conduct and was released after an hour. However, days after this video was posted online, the Utica Police Department placed Officer Moravito on administrative leave and also planned to conduct a fair investigation into the incident. But just days into the investigation, Moravito resigned from the police force. Well, this officer did get angry, but the actions of the next officer were even more shocking.
What do you mean don't go anywhere yet?
Exactly what the I mean, don't go anywhere yet.
Hey, what the have I done?
On the 26th of February 2022, a bystander called 911 after a pickup truck hit a man riding his bicycle. Some minutes later, Officer Michael Kinsley from the Dickinson Police Department arrived and confronted the parties involved.
Show me out on that auto pit.
I said I was.
You all right?
We had a little get together. He's being stubborn about getting checked out, but he said he's all right.
I'm all right.
So we're just.
You all right?
I told him I want to take
No,
him down.
I ain't all right. I need about $1 million, and then I'll be all right.
Well, you ain't getting that, so.
Yeah.
Well, no shit.
I'm trying to get him. He's always
You
up
go.
and down
You
my
go
street,
ahead and
so
get that.
I want to get you
I
down.
got that. I can put that.
Okay.
Even though it's a complicated son.
Yeah. Well, so what do you want to do? I can take you.
The person riding the bicycle was 65-year-old Michael Skurlock, who was clearly not in a good mood. However, as he tried to just pick his bike up and move away from the scene, Officer Kinsley seemed to become a little agitated.
63, he's not injured. No ambulance needed. Can you run Michael Skurlock?
No. I think I'm on the roof. Flip that cover over. I don't think you're going at it right. There you go.
Yeah, I got the tools at the house. You know where I live.
You know, you didn't do that on purpose.
No, sir.
63, did you get my last transmission?
Tenderizing my chicken. I'll come by
Stop by the house. You know where I be.
I'm glad that you are somebody I know.
Hey, hold on. Don't go anywhere yet.
What do you mean don't go anywhere yet?
Exactly what I mean. Don't go anywhere yet.
Hey, what the have I done?
I was.
What?
What happened?
He hit me accidentally.
I was right there
EMS is not needed.
Looking that way to go, and I was starting to ease out. And the next time I see a flash in front of him, he goes.
I was worrying about flat.
As you can see, Mr. Skurlock had not received any injury and he was good to go. However, the officer insisted him to wait until he investigated the whole matter.
Now, I ain't worried about flat. Look at that. Wee!
Where were you driving?
I got to fix a flat in that cylinder. And it ain't supposed to fix the bicycle tire. It adheres the tube to the tire. And that son of a leaking down. Boom, bang. Let's get this. Now, where do you go? All right, am I through?
No.
What have I got to do?
You gotta wait here
What for? Tell me.
till we finish our investigation.
Investigation? There ain't.
Matter of fact, have a seat. Have a seat on the curb.
Matter of fact, I was out there laying.
Have a seat on the curb.
The situation seemed to have eased out, and it only appeared a matter of seconds before the officers would leave too. However, suddenly, the officer had a change in his mood and did something shocking.
You're not listening to me.
Have a seat
That's
on the
what you're
curb.
supposed to do.
Have a seat on the curb.
She hit me. He hit me, and I wasn't. I thought he saw me.
Hey, have a seat on the curb.
I'm gonna look for my stuff, young man.
All right, turn around.
Come on now, wait a minute.
Hey, relax.
What are you doing?
Hey,
Hey,
you're gonna have a seat. Sit down.
I'll try to have a seat if you'll let go of me. You don't hold me.
Put your hands behind your back.
Officer Kinsley pushed the old man into his police cruiser and then slammed him face first onto the ground. Mr. Scurlock lost consciousness, but surprisingly, none of the officers on scene had any empathy for him as they calmly went on with their investigation.
We need him now.
63, go ahead, roll an ambulance. Huh?
Is he out? Is he out?
Huh?
Is he out?
Despite Mr. Scurlock showing no signs of impairment, the officers even tried to portray as if he was drunk.
Do you know his name?
Michael Scurlock, I believe.
Is he drunk?
Huh?
Is he drunk?
I don't know. I tried to get him to sit down because it looked like he was going to walk away. He wouldn't do it, so now I told him, put your hands behind your back and start resisting.
3 minutes after being knocked out, Mr. Scurlock gained consciousness. After receiving some first aid from the EMS, he was booked into the jail and was in a terrible condition when he appeared in front of the judge.
Come on. You got a car, don't you?
A car for what?
To get me home.
No, I don't have a car to get you home in. Come on.
Mr. Scurlock, you have the right to remain silent. You have the right to a lawyer. You have the right to have a lawyer present at any interview at the place you're going. You have the right to terminate any interview at any time. You don't have to make a statement, but I must warn you, any statement you make can or will be used against you. You're charged with public intoxication. I'm going to set a bond of $581. Can you make bond, sir? I take that as a no.
Yeah, yes.
What are you going to do? What do we do?
Oh,
He can't say. He got the laceration on his head.
Okay, payment plan or
Yes,
this?
payment plan.
Okay.
Oh, how am I here?
Scurlock was visibly struggling to stand up on his own, repeatedly falling over due to his condition.
You got arrested for public intoxication yesterday.
I got beat on this today.
Having signed that, fill that out. If it has any information, we'll go from there.
Man, I ain't got no way out of here.
No, you're getting out.
You getting out? Sign right here for me.
Oh,
Do me your name on it the best you can.
man, I can't see.
Huh?
I can't see. How do I see? Here.
Right here. Sign your name the best you can.
Okay.
It was evident that he needed instant medical attention, as he wasn't even able to sit down properly. This indicates how viciously he was treated by the corrupt cop.
Okay. Just sit right there on the bench for me.
I think this one got, I think this is,
God, man.
that got,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, man.
Okay, hey, you're gonna have to be quiet.
I see that.
You have to be quiet right that court.
Man.
Just a minute. Come on.
I can't come over.
The judge is out here.
No.
Sit right there.
Shockingly, instead of taking him to the hospital, the officers proceeded to drive him away. In less than 24 hours, Mr. Scurlock was taken to the hospital, where he was admitted into an intensive care unit as he had a brain bleed. He spent the next 2 weeks in ICU before he was discharged. However, his health kept deteriorating, and he spent the next 9 months of his life in the hospital before he passed away in December 2022. Surprisingly, Officer Kinslett was cleared of any wrongdoing. It was only until February 2024 that a grand jury charged him with official oppression, a misdemeanor, and injury to the elderly, a felony. He could face up to 11 years in prison if convicted of these charges. The actions of these next deputies will make the other officers seem like angels.
I got a taser piece in my lip. You guys shot me right in the damn face.
On the 29th of November 2022, Sheriff's Deputy Mikhail Noel pulled over a car for being too close with his squad car. Soon, the deputy went over to confront the guy.
Okay, what's up? Deputy Noel with the Sheriff's Office. Let me get your driver's license ready. Pull that dog.
Allie, get back. Can I ask why you're a little snippy? What's the problem is?
What's the problem?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're following too closely. Can't you see the roads are icy? You see me slowing down and you're still coming up behind me. There's no reason for you to be doing that.
Brakes in the icy.
It's not good. Don't tell me how I should be driving. Okay, I'm in a marked. All right, well, that doesn't give you the right to follow a marked patrol car close like that. What if I had to stop? I know there is ice there. That's why I was cruising, so I don't slip.
Both, really.
There's no reason for you to be that close behind a marked patrol car.
As the deputies were dealing with him, the boy's father, Kenneth Espinoza, who was also driving with him in a separate truck, pulled over just behind the officer's police cruiser. Shortly after, the deputy also approached him, asking him to leave.
Do you need to be behind this traffic stop?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
It's my son right there. He was following me to follow.
Okay, he's on a traffic stop, so you don't need to be behind it.
Well, you gotta be mean.
Oh, I'm not being mean. We just don't like when people pull in behind us.
I don't like when they pull my son over.
That's what we get paid to do, to pull people over.
Well, you don't get paid to be a
But you don't either, okay? I don't gotta put up with your okay? I asked you a simple question, okay?
Hold on, man.
In fact, you need to leave now or you're going to get charged. It's that easy. I'm recording too. I asked you a simple question. If you have attitude, that's your problem. Okay?
You on my door.
Yeah, you saw me and you rolled your window up when I came. Hold on a second, okay?
No.
You rolled your window up when I walked up, okay? So I knocked on your window, okay? You are not a cop. You don't need to be behind me, okay? So you need to leave.
Within seconds, the conversation took a drastic turn and got confrontational, with the officer being extra aggressive.
No,
right
I
now,
don't need to do anything.
You got 5 seconds to leave, okay? There's no reason for you to be behind this traffic stop. No reason, okay? No reason, okay?
It's not a public street.
No reason.
Do I not pay
taxes? Do you always stop behind cops when they pull people over?
I ain't stopped right behind it.
Okay, you don't need to be here. You don't need to be here, okay? You need to go.
No, I don't. I'm waiting on my son.
All right,
he's
fine.
Right back.
The deputy then forces Mr. Espinoza to leave. However, just as he tries to leave, the officer has a sudden change of mind and goes on to do something alarming.
That's before.
You can stay. Hey, stop. Stop. Get out the car. Get the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. What are you gonna do? You gonna SD5, give me the radio. Get out the car. 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 Stop it now. Get out the car. Get out the Get out the car. You see this? Are you recording?
Yeah, we're recording it.
Yeah.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
I ain't doing anything.
Okay. Now you're on a traffic stop and you're trying to drive away?
Get out the car. Call state patrol.
Patrol has nothing to do with anything. Okay, they don't have jurisdiction over us. Get out of the car now. No.
I got my truck.
I don't give a put it in park.
I just did, pal. That was awesome.
Don't pull away from me.
I'm not.
You're going to get lit up.
Deputy Noel was joined in by Lieutenant Trujillo, and both of them had their tasers out and intimidated Mr. Espinoza into exiting his car. Espinoza was terrified and shocked to witness what was happening.
Hold on, I'm going to get out. Get out the car. I'm complying with you. Can you hold on? I'm not. Get out the car, man.
Get back over there now.
I'm trying. You just stay there and record.
You guys get out.
Hold on.
Now.
I'm getting out. I'm not
You're under arrest.
I'm not.
Get out. Turn around and face the truck. You're under arrest.
Okay, guys.
Put your hands behind your back.
Settle down.
Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back. I'm going. Put your hands. I'm going peacefully, fellas. Settle down. What's going on here? Get back! Get back! Hey, he's recording this case. That's fine. He can record all he wants. This is crazy, guys.
You do what you're told, all right? You think it's okay just to roll up on traffic stops and not do what you're told? Now you go to jail.
That's all right.
The deputies have completely escalated the situation and only kept making it worse as they proceeded to make him sit in the back of their police car.
You need to settle down. Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in when you. I'm gonna tase you. Get in the car. Get in. Damn.
Now, turn around and face the truck.
I'm already cuffed.
Now let's go. Let's go. In there.
You need to settle down. Get in the car.
Get in the car.
Get in when you are doing the. Get in. Damn.
The deputies forcibly made him sit in the back of the car and even tased him in the face. However, just a few minutes later, they pulled him out again, adding further misery to his situation.
Get out now.
Get out the car.
Okay. This is how it's going to work. Okay? You're going to do what you're told to do, and that's it.
Stand up.
Stand up. Up against the car. Spread your feet.
Come on, man. It. This is ridiculous.
These cops seem to have forgotten the oath of honor they took before becoming cops, but this next set of cops definitely got what was coming for them.
Moody, I understand that you've offered your resignation. Is that correct?
I get fired.
Have you offered your resignation or not?
If I can keep my job, then no.
Officer Tyler thought he could remain on the force despite betraying everyone's trust, but the sheriff was about to reveal his fate imminently.
You can't keep your job, okay? So let me just make it easy. You're fired. You're no longer an employee here. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You've betrayed the trust of every citizen that we have the privilege to serve, and you've betrayed the trust of the brave and selfless men and women that you've worked alongside for nearly 3 years.
Tyler was swiftly fired from his position, but the sheriff had one more bombshell in store for him.
At this moment, you're under arrest for bringing a prohibited item, a cell phone, into a correctional facility. That's a third-degree felony. You have any questions about that? Well, you're going to be cuffed. First thing I want you to do is stand up and take that uniform shirt off. You don't deserve to wear it.
Tyler was humiliated as his badge and uniform were taken away from him. He was also charged with a third-degree felony for bringing prohibited substances and items to a correctional or civil commitment facility. To make matters worse, he found himself booked into the very jail where he once worked, with a steep $5,000 bond set against him. Although Tyler got what he deserved, this next cop here faced even more worse backlash.
What this is about?
Yeah, so we're looking into some allegations that were made. We're kind of, it started with a Crime Stopper report, so we're just kind of going from there.
The individual you just witnessed being interrogated is Officer Jaylene Fleer, under investigation from the despicable crime of sexually exploiting multiple underage girls. This disturbing chain of events began in April 2020, when San Diego Crime Stoppers received a tip about a man engaging in illicit sexual acts with a juvenile. Subsequent investigation uncovered a plethora of evidence against him. The man was discovered to be Jaylene Fleer, and just a month after this discovery, he sat in this conference room and he was being interrogated by 2 officers.
Before we get started, that you're aware that this is a voluntary interview, and so I just want to make sure that you're aware of all of those things. And so I'm going to just have you, and this is one of those forms that they give everybody, so it doesn't really fit. So if I just happen to cross out as I'm going along.
Okay.
Sorry about that. So it says, thank you for coming voluntarily to, and then we'll go ahead and just put the admin office.
Okay.
All right. Oh, and of course, you know about body worn. So,
with 2 detectives on the case, one exuded warmth and politeness, while the other cut straight to the chase with an icy demeanor. Once they sorted through the paperwork, the friendly detective dove into some personal inquiries.
So, of course, I've done my research and investigations and everything, so I've learned a little bit about you, but I'd like to learn a little bit more, if that's okay. I found that you went to Santana High School?
I did, yes.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your upbringing?
Yeah, so grew up Santana High School, played sports, football, baseball. Went to Grossmont College for a little bit, played baseball there. And got a job here. Worked at Dick's Sporting Goods before this, so this is my second job. Started working with this department for coming up on 5 years now.
Jaylene was also a more than decent football and baseball player during his college days. But what twists and turns led him down this dark path?
So baseball seemed pretty important to you back in high school.
Fun,
what position?
Pitcher.
Cool. How's your arm holding up?
I mean, soreness every once in a while, but I haven't thrown for a while. So.
Yeah, no, it still kills me. I played softball.
Okay, nice.
So I was, third, short, center, and pitcher.
Here in San Diego?
Yeah, down Hilltop, Bonita Valley.
The detective was asking him simple questions, perhaps aiming to play the role of the good cop, gradually steering the conversation toward more critical topics.
Anything else in school that you enjoyed doing?
Hanging out with friends, just typical high school stuff. I mean, it's pretty sheltered from my mom, so I didn't get out much, but yeah, just the sports and stuff.
Okay, how come you say?
Keeping me squared away, keeping me in line.
Very cool. And have you always worked corrections?
Yeah, I attempted to go out to the patrol, went to the academy. Things didn't work out there, so I came back here.
Did you have fun at the academy while you were there?
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. It's good. I mean, camaraderie and stuff like that, so.
Okay.
The detective was strategically trying to establish a friendly rapport, hoping that by building trust, Jaylene would eventually feel comfortable enough to confide in her and reveal the truth later to the other detective.
Oh yeah, recently got married this last year in September. Okay. We have a kid due on the way in August.
Oh, okay. Boy, girl?
Boy.
Very nice. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Were you, hoping for a girl?
No, I said looking forward to
it. Looking forward. I thought you said unfortunately.
No, I'm excited.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. And your wife, how long have you known her?
Actually, preschool. Yeah, we met in preschool.
As the conversation delved deeper into Jaylene's personal life, the detective skillfully guided the discussion, and Jaylene appeared surprisingly open and forthcoming.
So, do you do anything else as far as for fun? Do you do sports still?
I'll do softball with the guys here at work and stuff like that. Other than that, mountain bike once in a while.
Cool. How about video games, computers, anything like that? Do you ever?
Yeah, I'll play video games every once in a while and stuff like that. But not too often. Wife's not big on video games.
Cool. And I hear your schedule recently changed. How do you feel about the schedule change?
Yeah. 12 and a half in a row. Kills you. 7 off is nice, but it flies by, so.
Yeah, and then those 7 drag once you're here. So at least you're on your last day today, right?
And that's when Jaylene came straight to the point, asking him about his social media usage.
How about social media? Are you active on social media at all?
Facebook and Instagram. Had Snapchat back in the day, got rid of that with my wife. I got caught in the academy with her and some stuff. But.
Jaylene very cunningly tried to clear his name from the cases as he used to text girls on Snapchat. Let's hear what the detective asks him next.
What's your Facebook login? Like your username?
I think just under Jalen Fleer.
It's your name?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then you said Instagram? Sorry?
Instagram, yeah.
Okay. What's your Instagram username? And you said you got rid of Snapchat, but when you did have it, what was it?
Just Jalen Fleer.
Jalen Fleer? Yeah. Okay. So the one that you had there, has that account since been deleted or just deactivated?
Just delete the app. I think it's still there.
Okay. And
Jaylene claims he never used the app again. Instead of grilling him more, the detective resorts to silence and just asks Jaylene if he has any concerns until now. Do you think the detective is being more friendly than required?
I will ask what this is about.
Yeah, so we're looking into some allegations that were made. We're kind of, it started with a Crime Stopper report, so we're just kind of going from there. We did receive a picture that when we looked into it, it looks similar to you. So I don't know if you can take a look at the picture and just tell me if you've seen this picture before.
Just then, the detective pulls out a photo closely tied to the case, and Jaylene's reaction speaks volumes.
Yeah, that's definitely me. I'm the gross one.
Okay, so this picture right here, how old were you when it was taken?
I don't know, 20.
20? Have you ever used this picture on any social media site?
I think it was Snapchat back in the day, yeah.
Okay. All right. Have you ever shared this picture with anybody on Snapchat?
Yeah, probably with my wife, to be honest. I mean, obviously I talked to other girls back in the day too, but I can't remember.
Okay.
Jaylene sensed he was treading on thin ice now, realizing he had to choose his words carefully. This became apparent from his cautious responses in the following moments.
This photo came up in connection with some allegations about you communicating with a younger female on Snapchat.
Okay.
Have you ever communicated with any females that we've already recognized that yes you have with your recruit from the past? Is there anyone else you've communicated with on Snapchat?
I mean, back then, no, just close friends and coworkers and stuff like that. No.
Jaylene was now completely aware of what he was being accused of, yet his apparent lack of remorse seemed suspiciously dubious at that juncture.
Is there any reason why your phone number and email might be linked to a different Snapchat account?
No, I never had another one, just the Jaylen Fleer one.
Okay, so that phone number and email wouldn't be attached to any other account? Okay.
This is something I should have lawyers on.
It seems as if Jaylene considers the detective a friend of his, as he asks him whether he needs a lawyer to be present here. However, the detective then played another card.
Right now, and I'll go over the Bahila with you, we're investigating allegations that were made that you were communicating with a younger female on Snapchat and potentially some material might have been shared.
Okay.
Some photos, some images, stuff like that. So we, of course, want to be able to hear what happened from your side, if that in fact did occur, or if it didn't occur, we want to
Everyone that I talked to, was about my age, I remember.
Okay.
The detective assured Jaylene they were simply conducting an interrogation. However, moments later, the detective was on the verge of dropping a bombshell, and Jaylene's reaction was priceless.
Obviously, the other parties involved and kind of gotten some of the information, and so the reason why this particular photo was kind of brought up is because this photo was sent to this female, which is why I wonder if this photo would be in anyone else's hands.
I mean, first one being younger, no, it wasn't anyone I sent younger.
So this photo was sent within the last 3 weeks. Have you sent this photo?
No, definitely not. It wasn't me.
Not to anyone within the last 3 weeks? Okay. And you've only shared it with a select few people?
Yeah, that was a long time ago, so.
Nervousness was palpable on Jaylene's face, and his confidence had noticeably waned since the interrogation commenced. Sensing this shift, the detective pressed further.
You don't know who I might be able to connect with this photo as far as
that one? No, that was a long time ago.
You said you've only shared it a couple times?
Yeah, that's just a basic photo. I don't want to save that one or anything like that.
So it was either your wife or whoever the other person you might have shared it with that might have shared the photo again? My question is...
I doubt my wife would do that.
Yeah.
We've been together and stuff for so long.
The detective pressed on the photo with good reason, yet Jaylene remained at a loss for words.
This photo was sent to this person, so they were in possession of it, and we can't find any connection or reason why this photo would end up with this particular person if it wasn't shared by someone you may know or yourself.
I agree, yeah. My wife would have done that, so I don't know why she would share that. So, I don't know, that's a long time ago.
It appears the detective has successfully manipulated him, as Jaylene's spine shivers at what she says next.
There were also some conversations that were exchanged between you and this person.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't talk to anybody younger, though.
Not on Snapchat?
No.
Not recently?
Not recently, no.
Some additional information about your personal life.
Okay.
And based on some of the information you shared with me today, it seems to add up.
Okay.
So is there any reason why the person would say they're you and share your information?
It sounds like it'd be someone that knows me then, obviously. But I don't know who. I don't have any enemies that would be doing something like that.
After a couple of minutes, the detective posed a personal question to Jaylene that seemed to tie back into the case once more.
Have you ever shared any images of your with anyone?
Yeah.
And how many times would you say you've done it?
A lot.
Can you kind of explain that a little bit more to me?
I mean, my wife, my ex-girlfriend, back in the day, Tinder and stuff, yeah. I mean, I'm sure you know how Tinder is. High school, even, junior high, I did.
The detective's demeanor had shifted away from friendliness, prompting Jaylene to decide it was best to take action.
The Snapchat account, and of course your phone number and everything in connection with it, and some of the combinations of numbers and everything there, you can understand why obviously we have a growing concern.
It's weird.
And of course your picture's attached to it, right? Which is even more like either someone's...
Can I ask what, you said you got new ones too?
There were images that were shared, yes, that...
Can I ask, I'm sure you got them here, can I ask to see what they are?
You want to see the picture?
Yeah.
Those
I wait till I have
pictures.
a lawyer, because I'm uncomfortable with this. This is weird. So.
Of course, like, you definitely have the ability to do that, and of course, this is completely voluntary. And so.
I just don't want to get caught up on something.
Jaylene promptly pulls out of the conversation. However, not before he's asked some final questions, but this time from the other detective.
I have a couple of questions, but you don't want to answer, or can I ask you the questions? Because you can choose to answer or not answer. So if I ask you a question and you're like, I don't want to answer that, you can tell me that. When my partner says a younger female, you understand that we mean someone under the age of 18?
Yeah, that's obviously why you're here.
You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any siblings?
I have a younger sister, yeah. She's 19 right now. 20, sorry.
Oh, okay.
However, the other detective was far more direct and wasted no time in getting to the point.
In any of your rooms in your house, do you have that new look where they have like the barn door outer rail type thing? It's like a country, I don't know what you would call it. I see it a lot on like those DIY shows.
Yes.
Do you have those in your
house? I do
have one, Okay. That was the extent of my questions.
Jaylene thought he had found a way out, but he was sorely mistaken. The detectives arrived fully prepared, armed even with a warrant from the court, much to Jaylene's dismay.
The warrant does allow us to grab some DNA swabs from you.
Okay.
As well as any mobile devices that might be in your possession or potentially in your locker. Do you have your personal phone with you here?
I do have one. Yeah.
Is it inside your locker?
It's on my person right now.
Okay, so if you want to go ahead and hand it to us, we definitely don't need to go in and grab it from you.
Okay.
But the search warrant does require that we take it from you.
Okay.
However, the warrant extended beyond just his mobile phone, prolonging Jaylene's dismay.
It does allow us to have access to your vehicle.
Okay.
Is your vehicle parked here?
It's parked a few blocks away.
Okay, do you remember exactly where you are?
It's over across from Cap's Pizza over there.
Cap's Pizza?
Yeah.
And is it like in a parking
It's in a parking lot.
Okay, is it like one of those paid parking lots?
Yeah.
Okay, so Cap's Pizza. Put a note on that. So the warrant does allow for us to also process your vehicle.
You guys are going to take my vehicle?
No, we're going to process it here.
Okay.
So that we actually have someone here that's going to help us take some pictures and just go ahead and do what needs to be done so we don't have to.
Okay.
We recognize that warrants are a part of our job, but we don't like to inconvenience people unnecessarily.
Yeah.
So that's why we actually brought our technician with us here.
The investigation ended there, and after the investigation, Jaylene Fleer was arrested for making love with a 14-year-old girl. Apart from that, he had contacted numerous other underage girls over social media with the aim of meeting them for the same purpose. The prosecutors even alleged that Jaylene contacted more than 40 underage girls. The victims feared upon discovering that they had been talking to a law enforcement officer. He ended up pleading guilty to 20 felony and misdemeanor charges involving acts with an girl and received a 12-year prison sentence. However, this wouldn't be the last instance of a police officer being interrogated after committing a crime.
We don't know if he's yelling because he's hurt. I can yell right now, it doesn't mean I'm in physical pain.
This is because on February 4th, 2019, Officer Andre Mamone, alongside his partner, conducted a traffic stop. After confronting the driver and the passenger, they discovered that they had cannabis inside. The passenger, Daquan Grant, was placed in handcuffs, and shortly thereafter, he attempted to flee from the stop. Officer Mamone pursued him and used a taser, causing Grant to cry out in pain. Subsequently, the officer demanded Grant to adjust his handcuffs, threatening to use pepper spray if he didn't. Internal Affairs took note of his arrest, and their investigation concluded that the officer's officer's actions were unreasonable. Some days later, an internal affairs detective interviewed Officer Mamone.
Originally, you all conducted a traffic stop. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, and then at some point you got them both out of the car and you were trying to identify who the passenger in the car was, correct?
Correct. We established probable cause for a search.
Okay. While you all were standing, I think you were still inside the vehicle, and Officers Madison and Seitz were standing up, and you were eventually able to get a positive identification on the passenger, correct?
Correct.
The detective was direct and to the point, while the officer seemed to be in a sour mood from the outset. That's when the detective asked for his side of the story.
Tell me what happened after that.
The Mr. Grant, the suspect, the passenger in the car who I was attempting to identify, was looking back. Based off the false identification he provided, I used that as clues through the mugshots program to try and find his real identity. Upon finding his real identity, I guess he picked up on my verbal and nonverbal cues that I have positively identified him. Once I stepped out of the car, he began to run at a full sprint, I guess it would be like northwest from us, towards the entrance of Timberleaf and Greenbelt, which is Timberleaf Apartments.
Okay, and then what happened?
Due to the fact he was providing active physical resistance, I deployed my electronic control device after he fell, popped up, and then attempted to flee again. It had a positive effect of him going to the ground. He didn't fully lock up, but he did go to the ground, which then Officer Madison and I were able to use hands-on techniques to keep him from getting up and trying to flee again.
The officer himself accepts the fact that they were physical with him and used force. Now, it is to be discovered whether the use of force was justified or not.
He goes to the ground, he flips his handcuffs. His handcuffs are on the front. Yeah. Which is problematic, of course. And then myself and Officer Madison walk him back to the patrol vehicles and the original scene of the traffic stop.
Okay. What happened when you get back to the original site of the traffic stop?
Mr. Grant is placed on the ground in a kneeling position, and he is told to put his handcuffs back behind his back.
Officer Mamone exuded confidence, but made a critical error, which the detective swiftly caught on to.
Is that how you were taught to handcuff somebody?
I was not trained on having a suspect replace his handcuffs from the front to the rear after he has reversed them, after he has flipped them from back to the front. I have not been trained on putting his handcuffs back behind his back.
Okay.
That's when the detective decided to put the young officer to the test regarding handcuffing suspects.
How do you normally handcuff a person if they haven't been handcuffed?
If they are not handcuffed, you handcuff them behind the back.
Okay, what if they say the handcuffs are twisted or hurting them? How do you unhandcuff them to readjust it?
I have not been trained on handcuffing a suspect based on his complaint of pain.
Have you ever had to adjust a handcuff on a person?
Yes.
How?
When they're behind his back.
How?
By placing my handcuff key in the handcuff and adjusting them behind his back.
The detective has yet another question for Mamone, but this time he avoids answering. His response reeks of arrogance and a lack of remorse.
So he's on the ground and you tell him to put his hands back and behind him, and what does he say?
He fails to comply with the order.
What does he say?
You'd have to play the camera for me to repeat verbatim what he said. And even then, you just have to listen. I don't know. Memory.
That's when the detective starts playing the body cam video in front of the officer. Little did the officer know that the video would raise even more questions.
I recall from him with his legs outstretched, not attempting to even bring his knees to his chest to flip the handcuffs.
Okay. And he says he can't.
Yeah, but he hasn't physically tried, and he says he can't. Correct.
Okay, well, there's some things that I know I can't do without having tried. But I understand what you're saying. You're saying you didn't try.
Correct.
You want to do it, you want me to do it for you?
The detective plays the gut-wrenching body cam footage, exposing Officer Mamone's brutality, and for the very first time, he seems a little concerned.
Like, it feels like I cannot move. I swore. He would let me in my... I swore. Like,
put him behind your back.
What is he saying there? I'm what?
Swore?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Go home.
Look at me. I tried to, bro.
You're not even trying.
I swore. Like,
put him behind your back.
Oh my God, that's before. Put him behind.
What was the purpose of shaking the pepper spray?
I don't recall. Am I shaking pepper spray?
Yeah.
Go home.
The detective posed a crucial question about the arrest, and Officer Mamone's response will leave you stunned.
He said, I cannot. And now you're forcefully pulling his leg through the handcuffs. Why are you pulling his leg through the handcuffs?
To get them repositioned to the rear.
He said that he couldn't and that he was yelling because it hurt.
We don't know if he's yelling because he's hurt. I can yell right now. It doesn't mean I'm in physical pain.
He was yelling as you were pulling his leg through the handcuffs.
Correct, he was.
So that wouldn't indicate that it was hurting him?
Not necessarily, ma'am.
Why else would he be yelling?
For any various reasons. Draw a crowd. We see if you get attention to people in the apartment. That's a common thing that we see when we're out on patrol.
Officer Mamon's lack of remorse and unsympathetic attitude showcased how little he cared for the public. A person like this is dangerous to be a law enforcement officer, especially when he is patrolling the streets.
He said, I'm trying, I can't, and you're still forcefully pulling his leg through. Why are you still pulling his leg through?
Same answer, to get his handcuffs repositioned to the rear.
But he's saying that he can't do it. Why are you pulling his hand through? If it's hurting him and he says he can't do it, it's not going to work.
We don't know if it's hurting him. And the same answer, to put his hands behind his back.
Okay, so you didn't have control of the prisoner?
No, I never said we didn't have control. I said I've never
I'm
been
asking
trained.
you, did you have control of him?
I can't say we did.
It's not a trick question. Just
well, it is, because it depends on your definition of control.
Was he free to go?
No, ma'am, he's detained.
The detective has been on fire up until now, and as she presses for her perspective, the officer takes a reprehensible turn.
You've never been trained to unlock a pair of handcuffs?
Not from a person who has fled and lied about his name.
That has nothing to do with you unlocking a pair of handcuffs. Nothing. Have you been trained to unlock handcuffs?
To unlock handcuffs?
Yes.
Not when they're from his body.
Have you ever been trained to unlock handcuffs? That's all I'm asking you.
Not in the front of a person's body.
Can we take a break?
You sure can.
Officer Mamone takes a break, and the detective is left alone for the next few minutes. He returns after 6 minutes, but it seems like the interrogation has just come to an unexpected halt.
Do you want to clarify or add any statements made by you during this interview?
No, ma'am.
Is the testimony you provided true and correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any additional identifiable witnesses that may have evidence of material fact in this investigation?
None than the ones listed here on the sheet.
Okay.
Such officers don't even deserve to be called cops. Why are they even law enforcers if they have no idea what the law is about?
How you doing?
Good. 10 Pulse, please. You have a driver's license, registration, insurance card?
Do you know you guys pulled me over in the same exact spot 3 days in a row?
Really?
3 days in a row.
I was unaware of that.
And now you're going to give me a warning, too. Let me guess, my license plate, right? The little thing on the bottom?
No, absolutely not.
What'd I do?
What happened? Put your blinker on when there was nowhere to turn.
Well, that's because I saw you there, and I wanted to make sure you saw my blinker making
I
the
thought
left.
maybe you got nervous so you saw
No,
something.
because yesterday he said we didn't use the blinker.
All right, I need to see your driver's license,
I
registration,
am nervous. I'm
insurance,
nervous
please.
and I'm
Thank you.
pissed off. That's
This
what
is
I am.
harassment.
It is
I hope you know
harassment.
that.
The individual driving the car jumped over the police officer, along with his wife, and rightly so, as the officer had no concrete proof for pulling him over.
Don't even know you. Don't know you.
Well, you do know me, because here's another guy here yesterday, 3 days in a row. Why would you both pull up on me like this? My son came to get surgery, man.
All right. I'm glad you got me on video, because I have a video camera in the car, too.
Yeah, but that's fine. So then you guys know that you did this 3 days in a row.
How would I know? I don't
because
know
you got cameras.
I wasn't the officer that stopped you.
So is this your procedure?
Thank you.
Come on, man. Disgusting. Is this your sergeant? I'd like to see your sergeant.
The cops had no legal reason to stop the individual driving. That's when the other officer also arrived on the scene, and that's when the situation started to escalate.
Do you have another insurance card?
Yeah, I'm sure I do. This isn't my car. It's
This
my
one's
grandmother's. The officer ran it yesterday and it was fine.
You can take that.
Hey, can I have your sergeant present, please? Please? 3 days in a row you guys got on
Do me a
camera.
favor, step out of the car.
I'm stepping out of the car.
He's asking for your sergeant.
Step out of the car?
Step out of the car.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Step out.
Are you kidding me right now? On what premise? On what premise? I'm being violated right now. My Fourth Amendment right is being violated right now. My Fourth Amendment right is being violated. You're in front of my son.
You're going to be placed under arrest.
For what? Resisting?
Yes, step out of the vehicle.
I'm resisting an arrest. Now you're about to harass me now. Don't worry, you'll hear from my lawyer.
This is harassment.
He was pressurized and removed from his car, all while his 4-year-old son was in the backseat of the car. The cops then took him away and asked for his proof of insurance.
Do I know you? Do I know you?
I don't care if you know me. I feel threatened.
I don't know you.
I don't know you. Where's your three proofs of ID?
Oh, really? My proof's right here.
I need more.
That's my
I need
proof.
more. Where's your driver's license?
You know what?
I know my. Listen, I
You know your
my
rights. Oh, I know.
Yes,
You're
do.
an attorney. I know.
How do you know I'm not? How do you know?
Oh, you are? Do you have ID on you?
You have ID on you.
I do have ID. I'm in a mark.
3 days in a row. If you were pulled over in the same
I am
spot
in
and
a
harassed
mark.
while your son had...
I don't know you.
I don't care
know
if you know me.
Well, I'm telling you, I don't know you.
You work for us.
Is this your son? How old
That
is
is my son.
You're gonna do that? You're gonna do that right in front of your son?
First of all, my grandfather was a chief of police retired. My uncles are in the
I don't know who you are.
But you sitting there and harassing people as they're coming off the highway?
Where are you coming from?
Why do I have to answer your questions?
You don't.
Absolutely.
You don't want to answer? Don't answer.
Out of your mind. You're out of your mind. You harass people. Yeah, you know what? Here's all of our stuff.
No, you find it.
What are you kidding me?
You find your insurance card.
You find I'm pissed off.
You find your insurance card.
You should be ashamed of yourself of what you should do. What do you got to meet your quota?
Yeah, quota.
No, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, really.
You should. Really. You should.
The first cop was still trying to show some decency, but the situation went from bad to worse when the other cop instigated him, disregarding any sort of empathy.
You think I don't know my Fourth Amendment rights? You pull me out of my car and harass me right now?
First of all, you can't have that on your car.
What are you laughing at? It's not my car!
It is your car. You're driving it.
No, but it's not my car.
You are driving the vehicle.
It's not my car.
All the tickets for that are going to go to you.
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
I obviously get harassed every time I come up here by you guys. So where's your sergeant? That's what I want on the scene right now.
Unfortunately, you're not the dictator, and you don't say what you want.
You're not a dictator either. You work for us.
Shut your mouth before you get locked up.
Yeah.
Do what he says, and we'll handle this.
However, still, the cause of the arrest was unknown, as pulling someone off just for turning on their blinkers seems a bit too harsh.
Yeah, I didn't know you were stopped 2 times prior. Doesn't.
And you stopped him for putting his blinker on before we made the left.
Blinker on where there was nowhere to turn.
Because your officer said yesterday that I didn't do it. So the second I saw you, I put my blinker on.
To make sure it didn't happen again.
Well, thank you for not doing your job properly. Oh well.
The first officer took his license and went back to his car to issue a citation, but the confrontation wasn't over, as Officer Sapia came back to the car and confronted the couple once again.
No, they tell the situation, but you're getting all hyped up.
No, you weren't here when he pulled up.
Okay,
on me.
well, you're
it's
getting
on
this.
camera.
You probably would have been on your way by now.
But I'm pissed off.
Okay.
3 days in a row,
So-
my son's
so-
having surgery, and I have to do that.
He did tell him that. He did tell him that. He did tell him that. And he ignored me.
I don't know.
He ignored us, and we told him
You're
that.
getting tough and aggressive because you're pissed off. But I can't get tough and aggressive. Exactly. Write me all the fake tickets you want.
The couple were rightly furious witnessing this mistreatment, as they had to wait for minutes inside their car as the officer came back again. This time, he was in a better mood and tried to reconcile with the earlier incident.
I'm not gonna write you summons. I understand people don't like us, but I didn't know.
I respect you and I love it.
Listen,
3 days in a row,
didn't
like I
know-
said, my uncle,
I didn't know
my
you were
cousin
stopped.
died on 9/11. He was a Port Authority
I know,
cop.
but you're not letting me speak.
Because I'm upset.
I know, but I
you
didn't
never had
know.
a bad day.
Didn't know. I understand. You had a bad day. No problem.
You understand? And then I have him bucking up. When the both of you are in uniform and you're both aggressive towards somebody,
Not aggressive to you.
that's aggravating. And it's assault
But I
because you have a gun. I have it recorded, sir. I have it recorded.
Because I have a gun.
And you're both in costume. And you're both in costume.
Costumes?
Yes. Don't tell me I don't know the law. You're telling me, am I a lawyer?
We're in costumes. This is a uniform.
Yeah, but you're disrespecting it by pulling out because I look nervous. I understand you have a job to
You
do.
put your signal on.
Because the past 2 days that you pulled me over, that was the gentleman's response.
I didn't know who you were.
Officer, I'm sorry. I had a bad day. I had a bad day.
I'll take that.
I had a bad day. What I'm saying is practice a little more discretion with people sometimes, especially this boy here.
Well, to be fair, the officer didn't issue him a ticket, but it's clear that he did violate the driver's rights by stopping him without any reason, and he did a brilliant job for standing firm against this injustice.
No, he got pissed off. He came up to me and threatened to put me in handcuffs. You're not allowed to speak. There's no freedom of speech. And then you take my. That's true. That's right. But then you take my Fourth Amendment rights away and you pull me out of a vehicle.
Because of the way you're acting.
Because I'm pissed
Are you
off.
hiding something? I don't know.
But that's it. Then you become a detective.
No. Yeah, I was a detective. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But now you're not. Now you're in uniform.
I just came out of the detective bureau.
But now you're in uniform, sir.
Right, my job is to find out what you're doing and why you're doing it.
I'm leaving the doctor's office with my son, and I didn't do anything wrong.
Take care.
I will.
The cops soon left the area without giving any warning, and the couple were on their way again. The officers did seem a bit harsh here, but the actions of the next officers will make them seem like angels.
Come on, you black man, look at that dude, man. I got 4 kids, man. I got 4 kids at the house.
On the 16th of October 2021, a single father of 4 children, Sylvester Hayes was going to pick up breakfast for his kids. As he was moving, he mistakenly missed a signal at a stop sign and was immediately pulled over by 2 Dallas police officers.
Okay, well, what's your information? That's all.
Damn, I'm finna go get something for my baby, something to eat.
Okay, hey, if you're good, sir, you're good. Come on, step up with me. I'll explain it to you.
I didn't give you permission to do it.
I know. Step out. I'll explain everything.
No, sir. Tell me why.
Trying to get him out the car.
You didn't give me permission. I didn't give you permission to open the door or none of it.
Right now, you are being detained. Come on and step out.
Hey, yeah, guys, we're
Come on and step out. Come on.
Let me calm my people. Come on.
Come on and step out, bro. Come on and step out. Come on and step out. You're gonna get tased. Come on and step out.
As Mr. Hayes showed the officer his ID, he mistook his name with a domestic violence suspect who shared the same name as him. The officers had no idea that they were about to make a grave mistake.
Come on and step out, bro. Come on and step out. Come on and step out. Come on and step out.
Bro.
Step out.
What are y'all? Man, hold on, bro.
Come on and step out.
Come on, y'all pulling on me for what? Hold on. Y'all, I didn't give y'all permission. Bro, hold on. Hey, bro, this is my gun.
As the cops were attempting to pull out Hayes, they noticed that he also had a firearm inside the car. However, later it was proved that it was legally registered under his name. But the cops wouldn't care about this fact.
Bro, this is my bro. Yeah, my bro, what the
Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
Stop on my neck. You got some foot on my neck. Bro. I got some foot on my neck, bro. What the y'all doing, bro?
You gotta get
Stop. What happened, bro? What am I being detained for, man?
Stop.
What am I being detained for?
If you let us tell you, we'll tell you. Shut up.
Right now. What am I being detained for, man? Y'all don't even know y'all right now, bro. Bro, what are y'all, bro?
Multiple officers combined to restrain Hayes as he was forced to the ground and handcuffed. All of this while he was crying hysterically, still unaware of what went wrong.
Bro! No, I'm not, man. Bro, look at y'all. Bro, what are y'all doing? Bro! Help! They hurting me! They hurting me!
Put them out with us. Put 84 out with us as well. And start us on record, please.
I don't no felony.
Get in the car.
Bro, help!
Stop. Get in there.
Bro, y'all hurting me.
Get in
the car.
The officers then tried their best to attempt to put him in the back of the car. However, Hayes stood his ground against the corrupt cops, which led them to use an alternate strategy.
Somebody help me! Stop.
Stop.
Leg restraint.
You got
y'all hurting me. No, we're not. It's on the floorboard of the front passenger. Bro, I don't. That is my gun. It is in my hand. Bro, you are pressing my precious pocket.
Stop.
Bro,
you're getting this because you're acting this way. This is 100%, and I'm not your okay?
Bro, y'all
this is
me,
you
bro.
acting.
You touching my body when you Bro,
stop. Okay?
Bro, y'all hurting me, bro. You touching my body when you Bro,
stop.
Bro, you are pressing.
I know I'm pressing your pressure point.
All right.
Because you're acting stupid.
Bro, you
stop.
I'm a very intelligent black man.
Stop. I don't care.
All right.
Right now,
bro, all right, let me in the car. I get in the car. I get in the car.
Hold on.
I'm telling you, I get in the car. I'm telling you right now, I get in the car.
Listen.
Bro, no.
I'm going to let you.
Bro, you're hurting me. You're hurting me. Y'all don't even understand. Y'all in big trouble.
Go for it. I don't care.
Y'all are big trouble. You are under arrest.
As more backup arrived, they attempted to move Hayes into the car. Needless to say, the cops were brutal throughout this altercation.
Yeah, bro, I don't have anything, bro. It's on the floorboard of the front passenger. Bro, I don't. That is my gun. It is in my name. Stop. Bro, you're questioning my pressure points.
Stop.
Bro.
You're getting this because you're acting this way. This is 100%, and I'm not your.
Y'all are in big trouble, man.
Have a seat in the car.
Y'all are in big, I can't even get up, man. My
Get up.
Get the car.
Stop getting back.
Get a seat. Have a seat.
You got it, dude. You got it. Ah.
Scoot back.
I don't, bro.
Scoot back.
Scoot back. Bro.
Yes, sir.
Bro, what the?
Just after Hayes was put inside the police cruiser, a female officer decided to check his ID once again, and that's when she realized the moment of truth and the shocking blunder they had made.
Damn, fam! Do you see how they doing me, bro? Do you see how they... Ah!
Scoot back! Scoot back! On your feet. You got the gun?
Yeah, it's in the and his ball's right pocket. And he kept going like this too. He kept reaching. Yeah.
No, I didn't. Come on, you a black man. Look how they doing me. I got 4 kids, man. I got 4 kids at the house, man.
Weston.
Hayes was in a terrible condition, and yet the officers felt no remorse for their actions. Another officer arrived sometime later and finally took the time to talk to Hayes about the distressing situation.
Came in late for everything.
And they handled me so rough, sir. I complied. I said, what am I gonna be stuck for? I didn't give nobody no attitude or anything, sir. I got 4 kids that was waiting on me right now. They're hungry. I'm trying to go feed them, man. And that's it. I don't know. Like they say, I failed the signal at the stop sign.
The stop sign? Okay.
I mean, I was wrong for that. Yes.
So that was the reason for contact for the stop. Okay.
Yes, I understand that. Not your name. Sylvester Hayes.
Sylvester Hayes.
A name of a champion. And they doing this because I don't know if it's because my skin is.
It has nothing to do with the skin.
Look how they handled me, sir. I didn't do anything to deserve
there was a gun, right?
But I wasn't pulling. I told him I had a weapon. I told him this.
Okay.
I told him this. This is my name.
Okay.
If they run it, it's going to say Sylvester Hayes.
Okay.
Hayes kept pleading his innocence, but none of the officers around felt the urge to release him from handcuffs, especially after figuring out he was innocent.
Give me a second, right? And that Sylvester Hayes does have a warrant.
Maybe that's... Okay. I'm the third, man.
Okay, so your last name is Hayes?
Hayes, Sylvester Hayes is third.
Guns or stuff and stuff like that are in play?
I didn't pull anything, sir.
No. I never said you did, right?
With everything, come on, man. With everything that's going on now, why would I pull the gun, man? I ain't trying to be another. Man, come on, man. I don't have to say it. I'm fighting for my life, man. I got 4 babies at the house, man. What if happened and they would have? Come on, man.
I understand.
For nothing, though.
So here,
nothing. My car's up today. I'm paying on it. Like, I got a good job. I work security. Like, I'm trying to be one of y'all, but like, come on, man, this how y'all do. This how y'all do me. I'm working to be y'all, bro. That's why I'm like, hey, you bitch, you fool.
Yeah, because we pulled up and everybody was fighting, and we just want to just end it right there.
Exactly. It was because of them. I didn't say anything, man. I was complying. If they had their radio on, I was complying, man.
Hayes is correct, as he didn't do anything wrong throughout the encounter. Moments later, a police sergeant arrived on the scene and confronted the initial 2 cops, demanding an explanation for the arrest.
And she was like, oh, let's look at the registered owner or whatever. So she does. She goes to AIS, and that's a cross-reference, and it pops up red. So she's like, okay. She kind of looks at it, but by that time we had already lost him. He had already gone into like the Family Dollar parking lot or whatever. The Family Dollar parking lot. So then, as she's searching, she finds out that the name that she put on there, whatever was on AIS, had continuous family violence, warrant. And he fails to signal within 100 feet from the stop sign here at Southern Oaks and Overton. And as soon as he came up here, we obviously pulled him over.
So he got the reason for contact.
Yeah. So I pulled up to the car and I'm like, hey man, look, you got pulled over for this, this, and this. And he was like, well, that's not fair because you were watching me from the other side. I was like, yeah, we were on the other side of the light, but you were crossing. So obviously, you know what I mean? Yeah. So then
The officers struggled to narrate the entire incident to their sergeant, and it was evident that they had realized the huge mistake they made. At this point, they were just struggling to make amends.
there's, I guess, a lot
He
of
does have
citizens-
tickets.
He does have the tickets. So when I'm like, hey, bro, so in order for us to be able to like try to get him out of the car, and the fight was on.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh, bro, come
So
on.
you got jail traffic, resisting arrest, right?
Yeah, we have failed to signal 100 feet, and then he has tickets. He had a gun in his pocket because he kept going like
That's
this.
why
He
he
kept,
was acting so crazy.
Okay, because
he had a pistol in his freaking pocket. So, and at that point, whenever we were trying to get him out of the car, Whitman was on the other side. He was like, gun, right pocket, gun. And
yeah.
The cops were exposed, and instead of owning to their mistake, they continued to search for ways to avoid humiliation. Even the sergeant made no attempts to get to the bottom of the situation and hold the cops accountable.
He has not been convicted. Or no felon?
No felon?
We have UCW
resisting.
Resisting? Okay. Resisting because...
Well, I don't know if we were going to be able to put the resistant because you can't resist detention. You can get him out of the car, but I mean, if the fight is on.
So who was on the driver's side?
I was.
So he was listening to your commands at the time, right?
No, he was not. As soon as I had to open the door when I was like, hey, come on, bro, come on, let's step
Because
out.
Whitman saw the gun. You had probable cause to stop him because y'all looked at his name and his picture earlier and could identify him?
We couldn't see it in the car. So
But
that's the thing.
we have a traffic violation.
You got
We have a traffic violation, yeah.
Because of reason for contact.
Yeah, so I wasn't going to be like, oh, it's an investigative stop and then it turns into shit. Like, no.
So
we were going to get...
So when the pistol come back clean, okay, let's find... And then what was his injury?
Nothing.
But if he resisted, he resisted. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
he just
So we got him on that, right?
Yeah.
So that we're good. So yeah. So just find out.
Ended up being like the third or something like that. But as soon as I saw the lesser haze, I was like, okay, let's get him out while we investigate.
Hayes' rights were blatantly violated throughout the arrest, and after this, he was transported to the police station where he was charged with resisting arrest and unlawful possession of a weapon. Hayes spent a considerable time in jail, and shockingly, his charges were dropped after 14 months. After the arrest, Hayes lost his job and his house as his life came crashing down. However, he filed a lawsuit against the police department and the officers involved in the incident. The lawsuit is still in proceedings, and we sincerely hope that justice prevails and Hayes gets the compensation he rightfully deserves. Cops often make some terrible decisions, such as this one involving a 10-year-old kid.
Lay down, put the phone down.
This terrifying encounter happened on the 16th of April 2021 in Pittsfield Township, when several police officers were investigating some cars following a shooting inside a mall. However, among them, one of the drivers sped past the cops, leading to a pursuit. The man reached speeds of up to 100 miles per hour before finally being stopped. To make matters worse, there was also a passenger in the front seat who immediately left the vehicle as it stopped.
Hands, put the phone down now. Sit. Lay down, put the phone down.
The little boy was the son of the driver, and he was only 10 years old. He was terrified once the officer pointed his gun towards him, and if that wasn't enough, he even handcuffed him. The situation kept escalating as the poor boy's father was being apprehended by the cops in front of his eyes.
Is there anything in fact we need to know about?
No, nothing.
All right.
Here, you can check.
You're okay, all right? Who's in the car with you? It's your dad? Okay. Do you know why he took off running? Running?
No.
Okay. He's gonna be okay too. Don't worry about it, all right? You're okay. Everything's gonna be... Stop pulling away from me! Stop! Stop! Where's the sergeant? Stop! Get off of me, dude! Stop! I'm gonna pull your mask up, okay? You're okay? You're not hurt at all?
No.
In ambulance training?
I'm scared.
Everything's gonna be good. Don't worry about it, all right?
3 units out on James L. We're gonna take the patch off and interrupt 1 in Metro East. The detail will be on interrupt.
Can I call my mom?
Amidst the chaos, the boy's father realized that his son was also handcuffed by the cops. The father was rightly frustrated and decided to take it all out on the officer.
Make some phone calls in just a little bit. He's okay. He's okay. He's all right. Here, do me a favor. Let's go over to this side of the car, okay? You're good. You're good. Where's your mom at?
She's at home.
Okay. All right.
Why y'all got my son in handcuffs, bro?
Here, let's go over to my car. We'll get you out of those handcuffs, all right?
Finally, the officer seemed to regain some sense as he took some steps to make some amends to his previous actions.
Take him out of handcuffs. Okay. I was actually just taking him over to the car to do it. All right, you're good. Do you want to call your mom?
Yeah.
All right, we can call your mom.
You want to have a seat right there on the curb?
Go and sit on the curb, all right?
Right there.
You're good. You can stand. You can sit. It's up to you. I get it.
The poor boy, still nervous about what was happening, was allowed to call his mother to come pick him up. As her mother answered the phone, she too was visibly frightened by the incident.
Hello?
Yes.
You have to come back.
I gotta come pick you up.
I don't know.
What is it? Huron Street?
Huron
The
Street?
Kroger on Huron Street, 94.
Kroger on Huron Street, 94.
What do you mean? What's going on?
My dad got pulled over.
I'm on my way. I'm coming from here. So you tell them I'm on my way.
Okay, just tell her everything's okay. He's all right. Okay. So just hurry, but don't hurry, okay? We don't want you to get into an accident. He's okay.
Where? Huron Street where?
Huron Street, 94. We're at the Kroger.
At the Kroger by
McDonald's.
There's a powerhouse gym there, a Shell station. We're right behind the Shell station.
In the following minutes, the boy waited for his mother to arrive, and the officers kept trying to facilitate him. While the officers' gestures were kind, it's important to note that pointing a gun at a kid can't be justified by any means.
Y'all good? You need a water or anything? You thirsty? Yeah. Gatorade? Hey, Cassette, can you? I'm gonna grab him a drink.
Okay.
You want a Gatorade or a water?
Gatorade.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep.
It's a bag in the car and it's green and it's my grandma's gift.
Okay, we'll make sure we get everything for you. They're gonna have to do some things with the car just because, you know, what happened. But yeah, we'll definitely make sure we get that for you. Don't worry about that. I know I asked you, but you're okay. You don't need the paramedics to look at you at all. Didn't hit your head.
No.
Seatbelt was on, all that good stuff. Yeah. Okay. And like I said, sorry about that initial stuff. All right.
My dad wants to go there.
You wanna go see your dad? Don't forget your Gatorade. Mom's on her way.
Definitely nice to see these cops getting the punishments they deserve. This is another proof that the law wasn't created to favor them or their actions. We hope more of these bad cops are caught and made to face the consequences of their action. That brings to the end of today's video. Please consider showing your support by liking this video and make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here.